Emmanuel Macron, he was complaining about the price of energy coming from
Yeah.
United States. He's not happy with the price.
Who is?
Yeah.
Who in Europe is happy with the price? The only people that are happy with the price are Americans. We're making a lot of money. But is that friendship? If you and I are friends and you had a supply of, let's say you're addicted to ice cream and you had a supply of ice cream and I said, no, you can't buy ice cream from this guy. I'll sell you ice cream. You go, okay, and you send that guy away. But it costs you 25 cents to have that ice cream. And I come in, I go, $5. You go, what the hell? I could get ice cream for 25 cents. It was better ice cream. Your ice cream sucks and you're charging me $5. That's what's going on with Europe right now. The United States got them to walk away from the best thing that ever happened to them economically. Cheap Russian gas made Europe economically viable for the last several decades. And instead, they're buying this expensive American LNG. Oh yeah, Germany's filled up its gas reserves. It's 2 months stock. It's going to be emptied. It was 57% full when this crisis began. That was Russian gas, by the way. So the United States has enabled them to bring up, 43%. 2 cold months, it's all gone. Now they got to fill it up again for next winter. Where are they going to get the gas? From the United States? Not a single German industry is going to survive at that price. They can't afford to stay in business. So, no, the United States isn't a friend. That's what Europe needs to understand. The United States is not your friend. The United States only serves the United States. We don't care about you, France. We don't care about you, England. We don't care about you, Germany. All we care about is us. And as Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said, when Nord Stream 1 was blown up, Nord Stream 1 and 2, this is a great opportunity. Imagine something horrible happened to you and I'm your friend. I should say, hey, I'm sorry that happened. That's awful. Are you okay? Instead, it's a great opportunity, man. Don't worry about it. It's a great opportunity for me. What kind of friend would do that? America does it because they're not your friend. The economic crisis is going to be real. I mean, at some point in time, Germany has to look out for Germany. And France has to look out for France, and Italy has to look out for Italy. And this whole EU thing is just a out of control, American fantasy, because that's what it is. What does the EU do? It doesn't strengthen Europe. It weakens Europe. The EU is a mechanism where the United States controls Europe, just like NATO is a mechanism where the United States controls Europe. The EU can't survive without the United States. Wait a minute, it's the EU. America's not a member of the EU. Yeah, I know. But the EU sort of takes its guidance from the G7. The G7 is dominated by the United States. American economic policy dictates European economic policy. Find me a European nation that's willing to say no to an American sanction of another country. They won't, because they know what will happen. They're cowards. They're children. They're 32-year-old children living in their mother's basement. They can't get out because they're scared. They're so used to having mommy feed them, mommy tell them what to do, that they're afraid to get out and live on their own. That's Europe. A bunch of scared children living in their mother's basement. The mother is the United States. And that's NATO. There's not a single viable military in Europe today. Not a single one. There's not a military that can stand on its own. What about the French, you might say, with a better French accent than me? Didn't they go to Africa to fight the terrorists? Yeah. Who flew them there? We did. Who provides the intelligence support? We do. Who provides the logistic support? We do. France can't do anything without us. Nothing. And that's France. Germany. Germany can't do anything. A German military officer, you ask him to think, he's going to call up his counterpart in Washington, D.C. What should I think? What should I say? What should I do? They're incapable of independent thought. The British, if we wait much longer, there won't be a British military. It's just shrinking in front of us. The amazing shrinking man, down to nothing. There's more generals than there are, men almost. That's an exaggeration, but, no. What military. The only military of any consequence in Europe is Turkey. And most of that military is actually in Asia. So no, the NATO's nothing. They've not funded themselves. They've not trained. They've not prepared. They're not ready for war. Not at all. So what's going to happen when Europeans are going to start asking themselves the question, why are we in this situation? How did it come to this? And the answer is because we were doing America's bidding for the sole benefit of the United States. Nothing that's happening here is good for Europe. Nothing. Not one thing is good for Europe. There's nothing good that's coming out of this. I know you've got all the people. We finally freed ourselves from Russian gas. Is this a good thing? I don't know. Look at your economies. I think it's a bad thing. We're going to be investing more in liquid natural gas. Okay, spend even more billions. And then what? It's still not enough. Not enough liquid natural gas. And what happens when the United States says, okay, well, we've put everything into Europe, but now we got to feed the Asian market. We got to feed other markets. So American gas, we don't have enough to give you. We got to go around. Where are you going to go? Algeria? They don't like you. Azerbaijan? Maybe, maybe not. Where are you going to get your gas? Qatar? They aren't sending you gas. Europe's left high and dry. The only people that's a reliable source of gas is Russia. And yet they blew up the pipelines. They won't let the one pipeline that exists function. But watch Turk Stream. Watch what happened. And Turkey's now committed to working with Russia to become an energy hub for not just Southern Europe, but all of Europe. This is a game changer for Turkey economically. So Turkey's going to work with Russia to keep its investments.
Because Turkey is not in a good shape financially, economically. He needs it.
He desperately needs it.
Erdogan needs it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This would change everything. This would give Turkey it would save the lira. It would save the Turkish economy. It would just be very good for Turkey, which is why people might want to destroy the pipeline. It's also good for Russia.
Yeah, it's going to be, I don't know if we can have other sabotage, it's going to be the end of the world. They're not going to sit back and just see it and do nothing. They're going to react.
Turkey isn't Sweden. Sweden knows who carried out the attack. They have the evidence. They have the proof. But they're staying silent because they're scared. Turkey's not Sweden. You attack the pipeline, Turkey's going to call you out. And that's the difference. Is the United States ready to sacrifice its relationship with Turkey, permanently damage its relation with Turkey? Is the United States ready to create a process of the total dismantlement of NATO? Because that's what's at stake here. This isn't just about blowing up a pipeline. Russia will survive. You blow up the pipeline, Russia will survive. Turkey will survive, but it will become a very different Turkey than what you see. Turkey's not Germany. Turkey's not Sweden. Turkey's not sheep.